Hello, everybody. This is Mr. Rob, and welcome back to episode number 15 of the Seattle Mariners franchise here on MLB The Show 23. And today, the Mariners will begin today's episode at home against the struggling New York Yankees. Yes, the Yankee squad that is underneath 500 on the season. They're hoping to turn it around. We're hoping to continue our hot start and stretch through May. So if you're excited for this, so make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. Chris Flexen is going to grace the mound for us today. And Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, top 3 in the American League in stolen bases this year, will begin for the Yankees. And an 0-1 pitch, he's going to start with a single up the middle, almost hits Chris Flexen. But instead is a single for the shortstop. Brings up Oswald Peraza up next, who gets a 2-2 pitch, and he's going to bloop a 12-6 curveball that lands in center field right in front of Julio Rodriguez. And the Yankees quickly have a 2 on for Giancarlo Stanton. 0-2 pitch, can't connect on the fastball. First out of the ball game is a strikeout. And then Oswaldo Cabrera up next will fly out to right field for the second out of the inning. They don't test the arm of Teoscar. And we'll take a look at this Yankees lineup. You can already see a little bit different starters today. There's a couple guys getting rest for the Yankees who we are fortunately not facing today. As it is, we've seen Falefa, Peraza, Stanton, Cabrera. Next up is Gleyber Torres, followed by Josh Donaldson, Kyle Higashioka, Franchy Cordero, and Esteban Florial. No Judge and no Rizzo in the lineup today. As the Yankees only hitting .239 on the season. That's one of the bottom 3 teams in the American League, unlike the Bronx Bombers. As it end the inning, Torres does on a F3. And on the mound for the Yankees will be Carlos Rodon, the 6-year, $162 million man who came over in the offseason from the San Francisco Giants. Isn't really playing like those numbers to begin his Yankees stint. He'll begin the day against Colton Wong, hitting .232 on the season. And a full count pitch to Wong draws a walk. So the Mariners will also begin their day with a runner aboard. It's a no-out walk, and then J.P. Crawford up next will ground over right into second base. That is a 4-6-3 double play, and just like that, the base runner has vanished. Ty France will step up next. He is first on our team, hitting .309 in average All-Star a season ago, looking to make it again as he takes a 2-2 pitch right over to shorts, where a nice play by Falefa will get him at first base. We'll stay with the Yankees' top 2. Josh Donaldson is going to lead off for the Pinstripes as he hits this one into left field. A base hit for their first baseman. Higashioka now 3-2, ball in the dirt. So Flexen again puts 2 on to begin the second inning. And this time Franchy Cordero will fly out to the first baseman infield fly roll, so he's out automatically. And then Esteban Florial up next, getting the start today in right field, giving Judge a break. Gets it out to the left, but Pollock is there. He ranges over, makes the grab second out of the inning. But they turn it over to the top of the lineup, and Falefa gets his second hit of the day, a base hit to right field, and they will not test the arm of Teoscar again. Rightfully so. His base is loaded, 2 outs for Oswald Peraza. And he looks at strike 3. Fastball clips the zone. Yankees leave them loaded. Still tied up at 2. We'll stay with them at top 4, though, as this time there is a runner on base, and Franchy Cordero is going to get a base hit. So Flexen with a little bit more trouble here in the 4th. Runners on the corners, no outs. Top of the lineup, Falefa strikes out 2 for 3 now on the day. Big time strikeout is now 2 away. And the Mariners are actually going to turn over to Marco Gonzalez. Flexa goes 3 2/3 inning, pitch counts high. They really want to get this out, so they're going to give it to Marco Gonzalez. And he does just that. He gets Peraza to pop up, ranges over, and Tom Murphy makes the grab. And he's about to step up to the plate now. Top 5, still scoreless, mind you. Mariners have done a great job getting out of jams, but the offense hasn't done anything against Rodon. Murphy will begin the 5th with a walk, and then Dylan Moore up next gets a fastball. Just misses this one as it's flied out into the right center gap, where Florial will make the play for the first out of the inning. Sam Haggerty up next in the 9 hole. He draws a walk. So 2 more base runners for the Mariners, and they go to the top of the lineup. Colton Wong, first pitch swing, and fastball turns on it to deep center field. But that one's going to be caught by Franchy Cordero. They are going to tag him. The catcher Murphy's got some wheels as he gets into third base. So runners on the corners, J.P. Crawford, and he can't lay off the high heat. That was all up at the eyeballs. Not sure why he swung at that one. But still scoreless through 5. Bottom 6 here. Rodon still in the game. And here's a 2-out single by Teoscar Hernandez. So that'll get a runner on. And that's actually going to do it for Rodon. 5 2/3 innings. A great bounce back performance for Rodon. The Yankees will turn it over to Domingo Germán out of the bullpen. 6.61 ERA on the season, not very good. As he's got to try to get the last out here of the 6th. And it's A.J. Pollock, and he takes a changeup deep to center, deepest part of the ballpark though, and it's not going to get out of here. It dies out. And we're still scoreless through 6. Pitcher is dominating this one. At top 7 though with 2 outs. That looks like it's going to change. Gleyber Torres finally breaks the tie with a solo shot to left center. And the Yankees get the first one on the board. 4th home run of the season for Torres. And that's a big-time shot late in this ball game as the Yankees now lead 1-0. Next batter up, Josh Donaldson. 1-2 pitch to him, and he looks at strike 3. 12-6 in their high. Would not throw that again, but it works out. Now the Mariners, they got to get a run back. Tom Murphy will begin the 7th. That's a base hit up the middle. So he's on again to begin the inning. Dylan Moore up next. 0-2. Rips this one left side of the infield. Is through. A base hit. Once again, Mariners 2 on to begin the 7th. How about Sam Haggerty? 1-1 pitch. He's going to ground over to first. That's going to be a double play. But the throw to first base is well offline. And Murphy with the heads-up play is actually going to go home. And he's going to score. So it should have been a double play. Instead, a bad throw on the turn from Kyer Falefa results in a tie ball game. Runner's still on first as well as Wong will swing through at the high heat. And then up next, Crawford will ground it up the middle for a base hit. No, actually, nice play out there by second by Torres. I didn't think he was going to get there. But tied up at 1 now through 7. Top 8, Anthony Rizzo is actually going to not get the full day off as he comes in on a pinch hit. Top of the 8th with 1 out, chops it over to Crawford. He will be thrown out at first. And we're still tied up at 1 apiece. How about Estevan Florial? Full count. Draws a walk. Nice discipline to lay off the high fastball. Gonzalez still in this ball game. He's been pitching very well. And then gets Kiner Falefa to ground out to Colton Wong. So nice relief work by Gonzalez. Rizzo does not stay in the game. Instead, Aaron Judge is actually going to come into center field. So we do got to face him potentially if we go into extras, as we're bottom 9 still tied up at 1 apiece as Murphy can't lay off the 12-6. Next up is Moore, and he lines it right at the second baseman. I thought that one might get over the glove. Instead, it is caught, and then Haggerty grounded over to first, knocked down over there by Donaldson. Flip to the pitcher, and we're going to extras, tied at 1 apiece. The 10th inning will belong to Yency Almonte. As you remember, extra inning rule, there is a runner now on second base. Almonte gets the first 2 outs, and then he gets Higashioka to fly it to right center, and Julio is over, and he's going to glove it. So the Mariners, now all they got to do is get a run. Wong's going to try to bunt him over, play a little small ball, but it's a terrible bunt. Popped up, easy catch for Higashioka, and now there's a quick 1 down. Crawford up next gets perfect timing on a pitch and hits it into right field. A base hit. Runner does not come home to score, though. They don't test the arm. Might have got it, but instead it's runners on the corners. Only 1 out for Ty France. First pitch swinging over to third, to second, to first. A double play. The Yankees double them up. And we're going to go to the 11th. A big missed opportunity there for the Mariners. Top 11, Aaron Judge getting his first at-bat of the day. He grounds out to Crawford, but he does move the runner to third base. Florial up next, full count pitch, and this one he hits it into left field, a base hit. Florial gets it down. He comes up big. An RBI double for Florial, and the Yankees have a run lead. Still a runner now on second base as Kiner Falefa up next is going to bloot this one to right center. It's going to get down, and Florial, very heads-up play, knew it was going to get down. He's going to go all the way home. A great jump on that ball by Florial, and the Yankees get a quick 2. Now up by 2. Pitch in the dirt. They say the batter went around. I disagree, but runner moves up to second base. Peraza strikes out. Runner in scoring position for the 2017 NL MVP Giancarlo Stanton. 2-2 pitch, looks at strike 3. I thought Giancarlo was going to give that one a swing, but he decided to look at strike 3. So that means Clay Holmes will come in for the Yankees. The All-Star a season ago is perfect as well this season on save opportunities. He's going to try to close down the 11th as J-Rod will begin with his chopper over to short, but kind of plays it slow, and a great hustle play by Julio Rodriguez to beat out the infield single. I think Kiner Falefa should have charged that one. This time he is going to charge it as Oscar will ground it over to him. They'll double him up, but the Mariners do score 1. So it's only a 1-run game, but they're down to the last out. And it's the former White Sox, A.J. Pollock, who steps into the batter's box. 0 for 3 on the day. 2-2 pitch to the left fielder. He hits this one to that side, and it lands on the chalk. Just lands in fair territory. And Pollock will extend the game as he's on first base. That brings up Tom Murphy, the catcher. 2-2 pitch, looks at strike 3. Apparently the fastball clips the outside edge. Questionable call, but what is not questionable is the Yankees are declared your winners by a final score of 3-2. It took 11 innings to find a victor in this one. The Yankees do win game 1 of this series. A big win for the Yanks, who are underneath 500 and did not have Judge and Rizzo for most of this game. While the Mariners, tough one to swallow. Win goes to Herman, who also gets player of the game. Loss to Almonte, and Holmes gets his 16th save of the season. Game 2, we do bounce back and win by a final score of 4-2. Taylor Trammell got the start, and he did pretty well again. 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer. He's done pretty well in his spot starts. And then Game 3 win as well, 3-2. So we do win the series. It was Julio Rodriguez who had a game-winning hit in the 9th inning. So J-Rod comes through in the clutch again. And we take 2 of 3 against New York. So not a bad bounce back as we head into the second series of the day. A road trip to Arlington, Texas, and Globe Life Field to face the Texas Rangers, who sit at 30-25 on the season. Your Mariners now 35-21. And they're going to throw up Jacob deGrom onto the mound, the 2-time NL Cy Young Awards winner, who signed 5-year, $185 million extension in the offseason. And, well, he's looking for Cy Young number 3, but Ty France, he's looking for his next home run. A solo shot to begin the first inning here in Arlington, as Ty France will quickly get the Mariners on the board. Swung on and belted indeed, 386 down the left field line, his 6th home run of the season. And the Mariners this time are not going to waste time to get on the scoreboard. On the mound for the Mariners will be Logan Gilbert, making his 12th start of the season. He's putting up very good numbers, 2.71 ERA. He's got a little bit of high whip, though. Here's the lineup for the Rangers. We'll see Rafael Ortega, Leody Taveras, Nathan Lau, Corey Seager, Marcus Semien, Adolis Garcia, Mitch Garver, Brad Miller, and Dustin Harris. Bottom 2 now with the Rangers, as Corey Seager will begin the inning with a deep fly to right center. Not deep enough, though, to land, as J-Rod will put that one away. Marcus Semien up next, 1-1 pitch to him, and he laces this one through the left side of the infield, into left field for a base hit. So 1 on. Adolis Garcia up next, and he can't lay off the low slider. That's a big strikeout for Gilbert, as Garcia has been having an MVP caliber season. Up next, Mitch Garver, the catcher, will line this one into left field. That one's going to get down all the way to the wall. And, well, Simeon's got some speed. He's going to come all the way from first and score. An RBI double for Mitch Garver ties this one back up at 1 apiece. And then a strikeout looking for Brad Miller to begin the inning, but we're knotted up at 1 again. Top 5 here. Pollock will begin the inning. Chopper over to the third baseman as Miller charges and air mails it. That one should have been an easy play instead. An A5 for the Rangers, who I did forget to mention are wearing their ugly City Connect uniforms. I hate those uniforms so much. Dylan Moore will come up next for the Mariners, 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Now has a runner on base, and he's going to fly this one to right field. Or that'll be an easy catch out there for Adolis Garcia, the first out of the 5th. Sam Haggerty up next, 2-2 pitch. Can't lay off the low and inside curveball for strike 3. 2 outs now for Robinson Cano, who's getting the start today at DH. And Cano singles a curveball back up the middle into center field. Good to see Robinson Cano, back in a Mariners uniform, even if it's only for probably a season. 2 on now for Colton Wong, and Wong's going to lace this one all the way to the left field fence. That one gets down. 1 run's going to score, and Cano's going to turn on the Jets. Coming all the way from first, and he does score. A 2 RBI double for Wong. Opens this one up for the Mariners again, now leading 3-1. And then J.P. Crawford up next, slaps the single into right field. Wong will not test the arm of Garcia, who throws a laser to the plate. Now 2 on, 2 out for Ty France to the left side. This time Miller fields it, throws it to first, and he does make the play. But the Mariners now up by 2. Bottom 5, here's Dustin Harris to begin the day for the Rangers. He'll chop this one over to the shortstop Crawford, and he gets gunned at first base. Close play, though. Back to the top of the lineup, Rafael Ortega gets hit. I thought he went around, but instead he did not, so Ortega will take first base. Taveras up next will ground it right over to Wong, and he's going to go over to second, but Taveras beats the throw over to first, so a fielder's choice there. You got the more speedy runner on base, as Nathan Lau up next will slap this one into left field for a base hit. So 2 on now for the Rangers. Corey Seager, 1-2 pitch, can't connect on the outside fastball. Nice pitch by Gilbert, and the Mariners hold on to their 2-run lead. Dane Dunning comes in relief for the Rangers, making his 8th appearance. He's had a very solid 2023. He begins the 6th against Julio Rodriguez, who will draw a walk to begin. So that puts him on first base and the big dumper at the plate, but Rodriguez is going to try to steal second, and he does successfully. Julio Rodriguez with another stolen base. He actually has an American League leading 13th, so J-Rod with the most stolen bases in all of the AL. Later the at-bat, Cal Raleigh will pop this one up, where Garver will put it away for the first out. That brings up A.J. Pollock now, who looks at a slider well off the plate, so 2 on now for the Mariners. As Dylan Moore up next, 2-2 pitch, changeup is hit deep to center, as that one will be caught, and they will not test his arm. Rodriguez is fast, but they won't try that one. 2 outs now for the 8-hole. Sam Haggerty steps up to the plate, and he gets plunked on the backside, so he'll take first base, and now bases loaded, 2 outs for Robinson Cano. He did single earlier in this ballgame and has scored a run. He steps to the plate. First pitch he sees is a slider. It's hung. It's hit to deep right field. Can it be? It is. Turn back the clocks. Robinson Cano hits a grand slam. I did not think I'd be saying that in 2023, but I'm so glad I am. Cano goes deep, clears the bases. His 10th career grand slam. 3rd as a Mariner in his career. What a moment for Robinson Cano. That'll do it for Dane Dunning, as Andrew Heaney will now come into relief. Mariners now up 7-1, mind you. As Colton Wong will ground 2 in at the 6th inning, but I got to catch my breath after that one because Cano just hit 4 in that inning. Ben Murphy will get the 6th inning for the Mariners, who now have a 6-run lead, so he's getting quite a bit of a cushion, not like Murphy really needs it. He's putting together a potentially all-star appearance. He gets Simeon 2 ground out to begin, and then Adolis Garcia, who struggled today, strikes out on the low slider. Nice pitch by Murphy. Mitch Garver now full count pitch, pops it up into left, where that'll be over, and Pollock will put it away. Murphy only gets the 6th. Gonzalez will now come in relief, just trying to eat a few innings and just kind of get to the end of this one. The Mariners are up by 6. He comes into the 7th. 8th inning, though, 1 on for Corey Seager, and Seager will hit this one deep to right field, and that'll be out of the ballpark. Siegs with a 2-run shot to right field, as that cuts this Rangers lead now 7-3, only down by 4. 8th home run of the season for the All-Star, as he will round the bases and make this one look a little bit more respectable. As 4 runs, I mean, you're up by 6, you're now down by 4. Mariners firmly in control, and that's actually going to do it for this one. Rangers do not score any more runs, and the Mariners will take Game 1 by a final score of 7-3. Good performance by the offense, specifically Robinson Cano, who rightfully should get player of the game for this one. The Mariners 7 runs, 6 hits, Rangers 3, 10 in an error. Gilbert gets the win, DeGrom the loss, and Gonzalez gets his first save since he went 3+ innings. Cano does get player of the game, went 2 for 3 with obviously the grand salami, and we take game number 1. Before we get to game 2, there is a trade in MLB, as the Twins will acquire Miguel Bleis, and they'll send catcher Ryan Jeffers to the Red Sox, who's a pretty solid catching player for Boston. Hasn't played the best season in Minnesota the past couple of years, so he's looking for a fresh start in Boston. And the Twins get a pretty good right field prospect in 18-year-old Miguel Bleis, be potential 65, so not a bad return. We do win game 2 by a final score of 6-1. We have 4 home runs in this game, including Eugenio Suarez going deep twice and Robbie Ray pitching 7 strong innings. Another trade before the next one. This was actually kind of a bigger one. The Phillies are going to acquire Jose Urquidy from the Astros in return for Brandon Marsh. So Urquidy, a very good Houston Astros pitcher, but the Astros just have a pretty deep rotation. However, they are have a couple of injuries, so it is very intriguing for the time of this one, considering Urquidy is playing pretty good. But I guess the Astros wanted some more depth in the outfield, which is what the Phillies don't have. So I would basically consider this a lose-lose for both teams, but we'll see how it works out. We sweep the Rangers and win Game 3 by a final score of 4-3. As nice pitching day for Flexen. The bullpen does hold, and we move on now, sitting 38-21. As that'll end the month of May, as our team is looking very, very solid. The next episode, we'll do a May recap to see where we stand. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.